So, episode numero 3 of Beyond the Fit Out by Mango Interiors. Obviously, last time we touched on the workspace mistakes. Now we're going to touch on what the office design says about your brand. What does it say when people come to see you? Now, some of you may have heard, may not, that in the last one, if your office doesn't look like your brand, if your office doesn't look like your website, people are going to be shocked when they turn up. Your office is a brand ambassador. When people come through those doors, when they come through the lift, when they come through and see that space for the first time, they are going to make a decision on you as a company, going to make a decision on you as a person. That office is on the money, full of vibrancy, full of colour, glass, let's not forget glass. But if it's impressive when they walk in, and impressive can come in a number of different ways. It doesn't have to be all singing and dancing, but it needs to represent your brand. If it doesn't, going to be in trouble. So we'll kick off. First impressions matter. The office is generally, maybe not as generally as what it used to be, but the office is usually the first touch point when somebody comes to see your brand or get introduced to you. It's that first physical touch point. Now, obviously, in the modern day of Teams calls, Zoom calls, other calls are available, I'm sure, networking events, everything else like that. There's going to be a time when someone's going to come to your office. And if your office doesn't give off the same vibe as what you do, then who knows? There's going to be a little bit of a silence, because people are going to go, "Oh, hold on a minute, I thought you were this," but then you're not. When visitors come to your office, they notice energy, they notice style, they notice cleanliness immediately. The famous person once said, "You never get a second chance to make a first impression." If your office is messy, outdated, it sends an extremely clear signal to people. And that message, unfortunately, is we don't care. Nobody wants that message to be we do not care when somebody comes through you. If your office looks professional, it's got thoughtful design, it's got colour, it's got that vibrancy, it builds trust and it builds credibility. So, next up, how does the design reflect your brand? There's no written rule on this, as if you've got to have this if you're in that sector, you've got to have this if you're in that sector. It doesn't work like that. But look at the three key areas, if you like. Minimalistic design shows efficiency, it shows that you're focused, and it shows that you're modern. Three massive things that, especially in today's day and age, you want people to see about you. A bold, creative design. What's it going to say? It's going to show innovation, and it's going to show that you're disruptive. You're not going to look like everybody else. You're not going to have what everyone else has got. You're going to be unique. You're going to stand out, and you're going to leave a lasting impression. Number 3, traditional design. You can't beat it. It shows that you're established. It shows that you're reliable, and it shows that you're professional. Again, 3 things that people want. One of the hardest things to do, but yet one of the most simplest things to do, is to align your design to your brand. If you sell shoes, show in that space that you sell shoes. Don't try and be all techie and everything that comes with it, because when people come in, they're going to go, "Well, hold on a minute, I'm here to see shoes. There's nothing to do with shoes in here." It's going to get complicated. It's not about staying in your lane, because you can be disruptive, but you've got to have those touch points similar to when people come to see you. You've got to have those that come back to you. So we talk about your office being a brand ambassador. Your employees are also a brand ambassador. Statistically, traditionally, whichever one it may be, but most employees spend an average of 40 hours a week in an office. That office has got to be somewhere where they want to spend 40 hours. If it's not, then guess what? They're not going to want to work there. They're going to look for somebody or another business that has that to offer, or they're going to push for more hybrid work. And then that's great, because you can open your space up into more hybrid, hot desking, that sort of effect. Your design will shape how your employees feel about the company, how they feel about coming to work. So if we look at the disruptive side of things, if your office is, let's say, a little bit outdated, or you've just moved office and you've picked up the old furniture and brought it with you that's 15, 20 years old, going back to episode one, episode two, you lose that wow factor when you come in, and people don't want that. People want to, when you have that new space, they want to feel wanted and they want to feel valued. If the environment matches the company values, you will have pride, loyalty, everything that you want your employees to have. If it doesn't, gonna send mixed messages to people. If we're talking about culture, if we're talking about brand values, if we're talking about all of that, it doesn't match, it's going to reduce morale and it's going to send mixed messages to clients, which, let's be fair, nobody wants. One of the most important things that somebody once said to me is culture lives in the walls and in words. So by that, what I mean is, if you're passionate about the culture within your brand, but your office doesn't say it, then people aren't going to be able to see it. Everyone talks about their culture. Some people have their values on the wall. But if it doesn't align, then there's those mixed messages to clients that we're talking about. So look at practical ways to align design and brand. They need to sit together. Simplest: colors, textures, materials that match the brand identity. If you're a blue and white company in your logo and in your brand and in your website and everything that goes with it, align those into that space. If you're a black and white brand and you throw in everything else, it's going to be confusing. It comes back to those mixed messages that people don't get. Displaying the company story, the mission statements, the achievements in a subtle yet inspiring way is the best way to do it, because people will sit there and go, that's true. I believe everything that's written on that wall, and I am going to overachieve every single day to get what I want to get because somebody else has done it before me. Um, balance the brand with visuals. Don't go mental and absolutely overload the logo. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Logos everywhere. Nobody wants to see that. They want to see, when they come in the meeting rooms, fine. Don't need it on every door. You don't need it on every wall. It's just too much. When people are coming to see you, they've made a choice. You're not forcing people to come into your office. Furniture and layouts will reinforce the values of what you've got as a company. They will show that if you've got open and collaborative spaces, that you're transparent and you're leading in innovation. You've got meeting rooms and too many meeting rooms and loads of private offices with no glass, confidentiality. You're losing that little bit, that what's going on behind those doors. You mix that glass into it that I'm always going to bang on about, that's transparent and you can see through. It will show confidence because people can see what's happening, but it'll also show that professionalism in what goes in there. If you've just got block walls everywhere and people can't see what's going on, you get a little bit of displacement between trust and transparency between visitors and also the staff. Common mistakes in design and brand. We obviously touched on common mistakes last time, and these sort of like come into it. But going through really what I said, copying design trends that don't really match your brand, or trying to force it back to your brand, going to be a problem. Just said it a moment ago. Over branding. It's great to have branding because you need it, but if you over brand it, too much, far too much. Don't forget the employee's experience. We look at visitors' experience all the time. Oh, what they think, what's their first impression? The first impression needs to be good. That's the first rule. But forgetting about your employees' experience, banking out a massive row of desks and not having breakout space, collaboration space, it is mind numbing. The staff will not enjoy it. Not many people want to hear it, but that's the truth. Spending big on aesthetic stuff, but not going for the comfort and the ergonomics of what goes with furniture and design. Big mistake to make. It's great. People will see me using quite a lot. Picture of a tree and a fruit tree in a reception open area that we've done once. Blends into everything else. It's a massive statement when you walk through into an office block and see something that makes a lasting impression. But if you go big on just one thing and have nothing else with it, sort of undoes what you've already done, trying to bring that into that brand. So, recap points, the takeaway parts from today, not today, from this episode. Your office, it is your number one brand ambassador. It is speaking volumes to people when they come to visit you. Once that office space is aligned with your brand, it will reflect your values or the business values to the client, but also to the employees, because without one, you don't have the other. Thirdly, focus on being authentic. Don't copy what other people are doing. Be unique. Yes, there's going to be trends. Yes, there's going to be stuff that comes into it, but make your office your space. Take away from today, for me, what I would like is take a walk around your office. Go from the front to the back, from side to side. Don't talk to anybody. And then just look and say, what does my office or what does our office say about our brand? I've had a few people reach out to me recently that have seen what I've been doing and showing and looking at the space that we have created or built, the exceptional ones. But then looking at their space and going, look, Fraser, I need this. I need a little bit more. I need some colour. I need some vibrancy. And that's what we want. So just take a look round, have a look and see what you think. But for episode 3, that brings that one to a close and we'll start looking at episode 4.